What's happening, guys? We got another sweet Ford to look out for you. We're here with Willis.
How's it going?
AZ Willis Fab. And he's camping with us this weekend in Glamis, so we figured we'd take a look at his rig, man. I'm a sucker for Fords, like I said before, and this one caught my eye. So what is this thing, brother?
So it's a little farm truck, 92 Ford F150. It's got a 351 Cleveland. Yeah, little square tube chassis. It's all TIG welded front to back. So I bought this truck as a complete run and driving project because I build shit for a living and I don't have time to build my own. So in my head, you know, you're gonna buy something that's already done, just go enjoy it. And then 4 years later, I pretty much rebuilt 90% of it. So we started off in the cab by cutting apart a lot of what was already existing, keeping like the main tube structure, and we haven't got to the dash or really any interior. But we relaced everything up top and all the door bars and re-welded everything in it.
Nice.
And then we moved on to the front. I had Robert Maruzzi build the motor for me. So it's like a 418 base 351 Cleveland. And it's pushed back pretty good. It's got a C6 in it.
A functioning hood.
We retained the functioning hood and got rid of the one-piece clip that was on it when I purchased it. We relaced everything up front, did new arms, moved all the shocks inboard, did like a bolt-in shock cross member, you know, new bumps and all that stuff.
Nice.
So
you're not running LS like most of us. You're keeping it true to the Ford.
Yeah, thanks Robert. Because I probably would have put an LS in if it wasn't for Robert saying he'd take care of this one. So
yeah, I like that motor too. Like the Cleveland and the Windsor, they're good motors. So
yeah, it sounds good. It runs good. I do got to run on race gas. That's a downfall.
A little pricey.
Yeah.
So well,
yeah,
I followed Willis for a while, and he's always kind of got these projects that some old Fords that he puts his touch to. So it's cool to see one of them out here. I know you had an old F150 like mine. That was cool.
That was actually like the first truck that I ever had was a 02 F150, just like yours.
Right.
And I was like 19 years old. We cut the thing in half. I still had like truck payments on it.
Yeah.
I just chopped it.
And raced it a little bit too, I think.
Yeah.
Did you race like Rage or something?
So that was in my next one. That one was built by Solo Motorsports.
That one, yeah.
I'm talking like 23 years ago.
Yeah.
I had one like yours. But yeah, cool. My black one was also like a 2002 model.
Yeah,
and
that
same. Also had a Ford motor in it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So what's this thing cycle in the front?
Right now it's like 19. It's capable of a little more when I redo the steering, because after that the steering gets a little wonky.
Oh, okay.
So I think it'll get like 22-ish.
Cool.
True wheel travel.
It's cool because it kind of looks like a center mount, but it's like you're still using the frame and stuff in there.
No, it's all square tube frame. So it's all tube shit. So there's no factory frame at all. It's like tube structure up front, the bulkhead and all that's tube and plate. And then it goes square tube after that all the way back. So there's no factory frame.
Nice.
We just did all the shocks. So we did like 4.0s up front and then 2.5 coilover.
Yeah, 2.5 seems like plenty of shock on these trucks. They're not as heavy as the big race trucks,
So this truck only weighed like 4,800 pounds, and then I redid the rear and added a tailgate and a few other things. So I think I'm like bumping around 5,000 if I had to guess. It's a pretty light truck.
That's one of the cool things about this truck. He's got the tailgate on it still.
Yeah, so I got like the Baker Fab rear bumper to keep like that OG look. Yeah. And then working tailgate.
Okay.
So when you're out of gas and waiting for the homies to bring you a free 5 gallons, you can like chill and wait.
I hear you're notorious for that, huh?
I've done it once. Yeah.
I've done it once.
Yeah,
and you'll never live it down.
That's it. One time a week.
So here's all the square tube work that you're talking about.
Yeah, so that runs all the way up to the front bulkhead.
Nice.
And at ride height.
Damn helicopter messing up our video.
So at ride height, it actually has 15 inches of up travel in the back. So this thing lays chassis pretty hard.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of bump travel. Also, we just did like the rear shock package. So I got my Marketplace Fine 4.0s, and then Mike Cox took care of me on coilovers. We did 2.5 with like compression adjusters.
Nice.
And everything's tuned by Carl at Shock Talk, obviously.
Yeah, same. Carl does a great job. Shout out to the boy Carl at Shock Talk.
I think
for
he's like
hooking it up.
right there.
Yeah. But I noticed this. What's with this mod?
So that was already done. These came off like a King of Hammers car, and his tube work just was in the way of the original Schrader. So they just capped it and drilled a Schrader over here. I mean, it's really just to get nitrogen in, so it doesn't matter where you put it in. Yeah, mine's kind of the same way. I can't get to this unless everything's drooped out, so it gets really close to the shock mount there sometimes. So. And it worked for me when I redid the shock mounts. I didn't have to worry about it. Yeah, I just noticed that. So what's the rear end in this thing? So it's a Pro-Am, 10-inch, whatever, just full float. This actually came in another truck that I have, and we did the old rear end swap. So it's got like, 6-piston CNCs in it, same in the front. Looks beefy. Yeah, and then they're like the DIY trailing arms on it now. So I just did all of this since I saw you at the Cinders. Right. I did this axle, trailing arms. It used to be 3-link, so we changed it to 4-link. We did the shock mounts and all that shit. Yeah, big upgrades. Yeah, and did the McNeil bed sides. These are like his new bed sides. Oh, okay. Is the front glass McNeil too, or? No, we don't know what the front glass is. It's just a mystery? Yeah, I bought like a parts truck and it came with it. Nice. So I paid like $300 for the pink slip for this with a cab and that glass. So. Hell yeah. So now this thing's all titled. Actually, look at that, it's registered into the future. Yeah. Like 29? That's unheard of for me. That's how Arizona does it. This is my only vehicle in my complete house. I have 16 vehicles, including my wife's like new Bronco. This is the only thing that's currently registered. I swear to God, I'm not lying. You don't get out of the house much, man. 40 spline axles? Yeah, they're 40 spline. Cool. And then what are the hubs? I don't know exactly. I think they're Pro-Am, but my guess is as good as yours. It's like a... They were on that axle, so... Oh, okay, cool. We pulled it apart, put it back together. And I wanted to ask you about the tires. What are you're running these Canati? So these are Canati Commanda ATX. They're pretty legit. I actually have these on like probably 6 vehicles of mine. And I don't have any trouble with them. I mean, these have got some desert miles. They're starting to chunk in the rear. But they're good tires. I mean, they look good, but I haven't seen anybody run those yet. But they look clean on this thing. Yeah, they're a little less expensive than the alternatives. Right. Which is why I run them. Yeah. And then love the OG Robbie Gordon bead locks on there. Yeah. Kind of notorious for the Robbie, I think. I got like, I don't know, a lot of them. Yeah. Do you have a lot of them? I think the last we counted, it's like over 100. Yeah. So I have them on like all my vehicles and my trailers and everything. You have 100 Robbie Gordon beadlock wheels. Yeah, over that. Yeah. Between like, he's just stockpiling. Between like me and my buddy Logan, and we have probably closer to 200 between us. That's why I couldn't find any for mine when I was trying to build my truck. Dude. Yeah, I don't have any extra though. Don't call me. Not for sale. Don't call him. Cool. And then the front hubs are CNC? Yeah, they're CNC. Cool, man. Right on. Well, let's look at the interior just a little more. Yeah, not a whole lot going on in here. It's kind of like slim and, like old race car style. Yeah, simple stuff. Yeah, it's just like switches and breakers and all like analog gauges, old school shit. And you got the combo aluminum dash with the steel dash. Yeah, so this pod just Zeus's right off and you can get to all your gauge wiring and whatnot. Super easy. And like the centerpiece Zeus's off, that's where all like the breakers and relays are. Right. So it's like super easy to access. At some point I'll build a dash. This is what was in the truck when I bought it. So it just kind of stayed. Then it's got 3 Gs and I just got belts for Christmas. So oh yeah, some freshies. Yeah. Still got the plastic on them. That's what's up. Nice, baby. Yeah, that's how lazy. Good till 27. You don't have to do some work for a while. Switch out safety stuff. Cool. And you got a big KC light guy, I see, huh? Yeah, the Pro 6 is cool. I think they just look kind of OG. They look cool. So it gets a little bit of glare, but it's not as bad as I thought it'd be. Right. And you don't have much for light up here on the bumper. These. Nothing. Yeah. No, none of this shit's wired. Nothing. I was gonna say, does that all work? Or? Not yet. I'm gonna have Ian from Triumph Wiring is gonna wire in like all my headlights and turn signals and shit, so I can drive around on the road for him. but we just haven't got to that yet.
Cool, man. Well, I love this thing. Thank you so much for showing it to us, doing a little rig rundown. I love the OBS Ford, so thanks, man. Have fun this weekend, and we'll see you in the desert.
For sure.
Stay true, stay free.